I know the lack of uploads recently has literally been like extreme. Recently, I've missed out like I don't know how many days. It's like 2 or 3 maybe. I don't actually know, but there's reasoning behind that. And every time I like do it, it sounds like I'm just making an excuse, and I'm just well, I am really. It's just I've been really lazy, and I just originally I was actually like planning on doing what's it called on making a MW2 like private match montage on Reps, the like PC alternative to MW2, but it's got like all this like extra stuff in it, and it's like way better. But actually, like I did it, and I had my account in that, and then I started like going on the forums, and then I posted a bot renamer, and apparently it was malicious, so now I'm banned and I can't even make another account. So I don't know how I'm gonna do that. Except get React, but when I try play on React, it gives me an error message as well. So really, I'm at like a loose end. I haven't really got anything to do except play CS:GO, and recently there's been like a surge in sweats playing that game, and I actually don't even know why. But anyway, today I'm gonna like be telling a story of on Halloween what happened when I went like trick or treating when I was like younger. So I'll just start it off as little Steven was just getting his friends together, going trick or treating, and then we've been to like a couple of houses, a couple of blocks and shit, and just gone there and seen like what people had to offer and which houses and which areas were the best to actually go trick or treating. And then yeah, we did it, and then we went once we'd gone like all through the posh, well not posh, like middle class areas, like working class. They just gave us a load of shit like money or whatever, and then sweets and stuff like that. Well, that's what you normally get, isn't it? So basically, once we've been through all the nice houses, we got to the area which people see as like bad and like kind of fucked up, and where people who don't work and just like steal money from the government just like live and reside. So for some reason we went there and had the idea to go there for some reason in like the worst area, little kids going trick or treating. Oh my god, imagine doing that. So yeah, we went trick or treating, and then we what's it called? We went trick or treating, and then we was like going to some houses. They seemed alright, like nothing was going wrong. We was okay really. And then basically we got to this one house, and it was like it was spooky as fuck. Like I don't know, it's just some houses you can just tell that they're like eerie, like an eerie presence. There was like a note on the door, and it was like, oh, knock on the door and then ring the doorbell 3 times just so I know that you're a trick or treater. Like for some reason, why? Obviously on Halloween, if someone knocks at your door, there's going to be a trick or treat. It's not going to be like a door-to-door salesman, like a Jehovah's Witness coming on Halloween. So that was like really what made me think, oh, what the fuck is this all about? But yeah, then we like proceeded to actually like do it and knock on the door. So we did it, and then this like man came to the door, and it looked like he had a fake hand. Like if you ever seen Prison Break, in the last series where Theodore will teabag, that's his like nickname, what most people probably know him as. She has like a fake hand because when he escapes prison, he gets. Wait, I'm just going off on a tangent. This is completely unrelated. Well, kind of unrelated, not completely, but well, it is unrelated. He had like a fake hand or some shit like that, and I thought it was like fake, like a Halloween thing. So we did that thing, and then he came out, and then he stood there for like a minute, and we was just like, hello, like the hello, like that Chinese guy in that prank call. And then basically, like he said in this deep monotone voice, it was like, come inside and choose what you want. But that was me just like my best attempt at whispering a monotone voice, which is probably like the worst thing you'll ever hear, like honestly. And then little Steve thought to himself, this is a bad idea, we shouldn't do this. But obviously my friends were just hungry for the sweets and shit and money, and for some reason, I don't know why, well anyone would be really, but I wouldn't go to lengths to risk my fucking life for it. Risk my anal virginity and anal cavity for just a bit of candy. I'm sounding American right now, I never call it candy, but so I was just like to my friends, oh, do we have to go in? Do we have to? And then there was just like, oh yeah, let's go in, nothing will happen, it's alright, he's definitely normal, even though he sounds like a fucking idiot and looks like the just generic paedophile that you'd see in the street. And they went in, like, they stepped in the door, and then I just waited in the front garden, because I wasn't, like, about to risk that shit just for these sweets that will probably make me sick or some shit like that. So, like, they went in, and then I stayed outside, and then one of them, like, the person in front like was walking with a guy, and then I don't know what he saw, but he saw like something. It was probably like some little girl strapped to a chair or something. Oh my god! And he just like said to him, so he just said to the person behind him, I can't remember like who it was. It's like so long ago, I can just remember it happening. He was like said something behind him to like signalise that we need to go and shit, which like I don't mean to brag, but it was right. But yeah, and then like we all ran off and like ran around the clock. We all ran off and like ran around the clock. Oh Jesus Christ! Oh my god! We like ran around the corner and then waited, and then around the corner that it was like a bush. I don't know how to explain it. It's like a wall, and then there was a bush on like beside it, and then we could just see through the like leaves and shit. And then we saw him just come out of his house with like a knife or some shit like that. I don't think it was a knife. It was probably some like garden rake or something. I don't know why it would be a garden rake, but that just seems like a suitable thing. So yeah, then basically we ran, and then he got in his car and he was like looking for us or something. I don't know what he was doing, but he was like looking for us or just escaping that place. And then basically like once we'd actually like gone, like well he'd gone past us. I don't know how he didn't notice us. We were wearing like all these big orange fucking suits and shit like that, looking like something out of prison. We just escaped from like Mexican security prison. Jesus Christ, how can you not notice that? And then like we went in, and then well I went in because I was just bored. I didn't need any more fucking candy. Like who needs so much? Because honestly it gives me the shits. Like, and then my shit turns like red or some shit. Oh, I don't even know why it doesn't do that. But I just once again I thought it was a suitable thing to say. Like, oh my god, cringy thing I could say. Yeah, and then basically like it was just like we all forgot about it. We all made like something at school to say like, oh, let's not tell our parents and shit, because they'll probably try and make something big of it and like get him arrested or whatever. But honestly, as long as he doesn't find us again and like kidnap us and feed us like parts out of old computers, like sticks of RAM and like graphics cards and shit, then we'll be alright. So then yeah, it just like passed. It was just normal, like, oh yeah, it's normal, bro. It's normal, nothing happened. And then like, well, that was it for like a week or two, and then basically like one day I got home from school, and this is where it starts to get graphic. I got home one day from school, and my mum was just like sat on the couch in the front room, or the sofa, or whatever you want to call it. I don't really care, to be honest. And she was watching the news, so I just like joined along with her, because I was like, well, obviously she was speaking to me as well. When I come home, she doesn't just ignore me. Oh my god, imagine if your mum actually did that. I'd probably like fucking hit her with a candle or something. So yeah, basically like we were just watching the news, and apparently there was like a story on, and apparently it was like that house that we went to, it was empty for like a year or something, and no one had moved in. It was just like vacant, and that guy actually like, I don't know, he like broke in and then acted like it was his house or some shit like that. And basically like there was a story about him, and then this little girl went trick-or-treating to his house, and then basically like she had what's it called, she'd been like raped by him, and then that could have been us. I'm glad it wasn't. Oh my god, I'm not totally regarding the fact that a little girl got raped. I'm just saying it, I'm glad it wasn't me. So yeah, I'm glad that like I actually stayed outside and gave the first signals that it was bad and shit, which honestly like is lucky. I didn't want to get raped, especially at that young age. And he'd been like caught, and the little girl had gone and told her mum, and then the police, and then yeah, it was just being reported on the local news channel. Yeah, which is kind of standard, to be honest. So it's like Halloween week right now. I know I said I'll bring a story every week, every day, but honestly, like, I've been doing nothing. I've just been sat here in my chair with like a glass of Coke beside me, and I'm just like carving pumpkins and putting like meme into them, putting meme, FaZe Clan logos and all this shit into pumpkin. Oh my god, imagine actually doing that. There is probably someone that's done it, but I would never do it. Alright, so yeah, the moral of this story is basically don't go into houses that look seedy as fuck, and stay safe on Halloween, lads. After all this joking and taking the piss out of everything like possible, your little boy Eros is finally becoming a man and actually taking something seriously. So just like stay safe but enjoy yourself. Don't get raped like that little girl. That sounds so horrible. And yeah, I don't know what my sign off is. I forgot it. Oh, but yeah, enjoy Halloween.